while since I did a what if. It's late at night, it's like 2 a.m. And I don't know why I said that all together like that. Wasn't trying to rap or anything. I can't rap. I've been really bored. I've been doing schoolwork for the past 12 days straight. Couldn't really do anything else. I'm passing, I guess. It's 2 a.m. I just can't go to sleep. And I'm just gonna do this what if that I'm gonna do. And when you see this I'm just gonna do 2 what ifs. They're not the normal Naruto or Deku ones, but this is what if Gon was Killua's brother, or was part of the Zoldyck family. So, how I'm gonna say he becomes part of this family is that his mother will be a hunter this time, and his father would of course be Killua's father. His mother would have became a hunter. He would have been on a blacklist hunter against the Zoldyck family, and she would fall in love with them. And she would have had a child, and would have brought it. And whenever she shows it to his sister, being the aunt of Gon, I forgot her name. It's been a while since I watched Hunter x Hunter and all that. But she would have took Gon away, since she didn't want her sister to become a hunter, and she doesn't want Gon to become an assassin because she knew about the father. So he would still tell her about the mother, about being a hunter, and Gon would of course want to become a hunter like normal. Gon's appearance. So you know how Gon used to have like that green tint around his hair? It would be white, pretty, or no, I'll say his hair is completely black, because if it's white, that's a clear indication. Because I'm pretty sure all like whenever white hair symbolizes in the Zoldyck family like true strength, I'm pretty sure, and that's why Killua was supposed to be like the next head, or at least that's what every head of theirs have, is white hair. So yeah, so Gon would grow up in the mountain. He is still one of the mountain children, so he has all that smelling and hearing ability and like reading minds of animals, stuff that he can do somehow. But he'd just at least be stronger from his natural, like, power. And it would be the day that he is 12. And he would have launched he would have caught 2 of the Lake Kings, brought it back, and he was allowed to go. And his aunt knows that she can't stop him, so he'll just run off on his own without her knowing it. So she would have revealed something about his father or something, explaining how his father is a very dangerous man, and that whenever you become a hunter, you will get more details on him based on this box that he gave him. This box would have had it would be like the same box, but it would have different content inside, of course. And Gon would say yes, once he would leave, and he would get on the ship. With him getting on, and he would yell to everybody that he'll become a hunter, and everybody in the crew, and everybody that's going to there, will laugh about it, and say that you think a kid like you can become a hunter. Almost not even a tenth of the people pass this exam in your child in your first time. It's 1 out every chance that a newbie can pass the exams. And Gunn would shrug this off, and he would jump down, meeting one of the crew members that was carrying the apples, would get down by another one. And everyone sees this, instead of just standing back and watching this, he would have dropped down in front of them and picked up one of the apples and spin it on his finger. Would flick one, breaking the brim of one of them that were holding it, and he would pick up the rest of them, put it in the box, and tell them to go put these up where you're supposed to. That's when the captain come in, and Gum would smell that there's a storm coming towards them. And the man would be confused since it is there's no clouds in the skies. Then it would cut to them being in a huge storm, as he would go look for the crew members, saying they came and handle this tiny little storm like this. How could they become hunters? And you'd find Goen, Kurapika, and Lodorio would be perfectly fine, and the crewmate that was carrying the apples. And so he would have smiled and called them in, and he would ask the question, and why are you going on this journey? Goen would say, with a smile on his face, saying, I'm here to look for my father. And so, find details on him. Since apparently the only way to find enough detail on him is if you're part of a hunter. And find my mother, who also is a hunter. And I'm just gonna call her Gina. I don't know, it's a G. You see. So yeah. And of course, Crocodiles and Lorios would be like, they're not answering and all that. And so, the man would say, then you're not going on to the hunter exams, saying they already started. And I'm the one that chooses if you're passed or not. So answer, or you're not passing. Crocodile would be linked to avenge my clan, the Kirkduff family, against the, what were their names? The spider groups. You know, those peoples with the spiders on their back. And Loria would laugh and I'll say, all for the money. With money you can buy riches and glamour, ladies, cars, friends, and all that. And you can have a nice, peaceful life with enough money. Let's just make Kropka angry, and they go into a fight. While everybody is trying to hold down the sails, as the guy that was carrying the apples would be thrown off. As they see going with his hook, or his fishing rod in his left hand, as he would jump over the edge and grab the guy. As they would go over to grab him, they would have seen him fling himself and pretty much throw himself back onto the ship with the guy using his fishing rod. He would pull it down, as they would go up to him, call him crazy and all that, and they would pretty much be friends sort of right there. And so you'll skip until they're off the boat. When they're off, they would be face to face, or Gon would be called by the captain, and the captain would tell him to go up to the tree on the top of the hill. And so they would go, with you telling Lorio and Kropika. Lorio would say, but it says that we have to go to Jigon City. I don't remember the city's name. And whenever Gon and Kurapika goes to leave, and he's walking the other way, he'd hear these two guys conversating about newbies always get tricked at this point. And they would start laughing. As he would go up to the gun saying, I'll come with you. You'll be lonely without me. So they would going up, and they would run into this lady who asked the question, if you have to pick between your lover or the mother, who would you pick? All three of you only have one answer. Choose wisely. And that's when the guy comes up that was trailing them. And L'Oreal would be confused and go and say, you didn't know he was tailing us this whole time? And you go up saying, his mother, since we only have one of those and you can always find another lover, or true love. And that's when they would give in their question. Moria would get mad, since their question is, if you had to pick between your daughter or your son, which one would you pick? And I would say Kurapika and Gon would catch on. Was Kurapika going to tell L'Oreal? As he's saying, there's never been a right answer to that. And there never has been. But Kurapika would be stopped, saying if you tell him, you guys don't pass. And that's whenever their 10 seconds are up, and L'Oreal would go to hit the lady, as Kurapika would block it, saying that we passed. And he would be confused when he asked how. What about the other guy? That's whenever Kurapika explained that she never said that he got it right or wrong. She just told him to go through this path. And he'd be confused as Gon would tell him that the answer was saying nothing. You said it yourself, there's never been a right answer to that question. And they would be allowed to pass. And instead of going behind them, they would go through this passage by a side door. Would be skipping up the hill until they would get to this scene of somebody bleeding and their husband and wife is a monster of some sorts. A winged beast would be there and go chasing it. Gon would be keeping up pretty well. I would even say they would be coming up and he would grab his leg, throwing him, and he would listen since he lost him by throwing him, because he bounced back and flew off, or glided off. And he would hear something again, and he would jump towards it, finding the guy again. But Gon would ask the question, where's the other guy I just threw? You're not the same person. And the person would laugh, saying, you can tell the difference between us. And Gon would say, of course, your voices are completely different. And he would go off and show them, as Kurapika would be holding down one of them, as L'Oreal would come behind him, saying, you did it, trying to reach towards him. Then Kurapika would whack him in the face, saying, as L'Oreal would transform into another beast that Gon was just chasing. And you ask, how did you know it was me? And that's whenever he would say, L'Oreal would never leave a patient. If he did, I'll still do this to him. So I didn't know. And so everything would be cleared up. And so they would be allowed to pass on. And they would be taken to the city by flying on them, and they're holding on to them. When they get there, they would go through the secret, like, what was it, message thing through this little owner of this little restaurant. And they would go down through an elevator until they get to the underground area, where the first phase starts. And I'm gonna leave it off here. Even this was just kind of review of the first one, so yeah.